Welcome back to Glow and Grow with Joe. I got the perfect story I want to tell you guys today. Something I went through. I was around 5 or 6 years old. It was around somewhere around that time. One morning, it was like a normal morning. Me getting ready for school. You know, I stayed in a small country town then, so I had to walk a little ways to get to my bus stop. It wasn't right in front of my house. Probably had to walk like a block or so. A block, kind of like a block, and then down the road a bit. Morning started off cool, got up, did my usual. I wish I can really give y'all the exact rundown, but I don't really remember too much from way back then. That was 20 years ago. Getting ready, got my school stuff together. My mom walked me out to the bus stop that morning, like usual. She always, her or my stepfather would walk me down to the bus stop. And I can remember that morning, it was kind of like a normal cloudy morning. Kind of like, how it looked in the mornings, the sun not really shining, but it's out kind of like I'm trying to get the perfect setting for y'all so y'all can visualize it as I'm telling y'all the story. Kind of like a cloudy morning, something like that, gloomy morning. And it was a bunch of other kids that was at the bus stop that I was, playing with and just waiting on the school bus with. And there was different ages, the younger group, and then I think there was like a little bit of older group. So I'm at the bus stop, I'm with my mom, and I'm with the other kids. I'm playing with the other kids. We were playing some game that involved us crossing the street, whatever it could be. It could have been leapfrog or something like that, I have no idea. But in the midst of that, waiting on a school bus, we're playing that game, whatever game it was. In the midst of that, I end up blacking out, and next thing you know, I wake up that I'm in the grass and laying like kind of my mom holding me, and I'm crying. That's all I know. I'm crying. I don't even think I blacked out. It was kind of like a blackout. I don't think I went to sleep, but it was like probably got hit, and when I got hit, it was just like a blackout moment. Boom. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain because it's like you have the blackout moment before you even feel the pain, but it was like I already know what happened. I woke up and it was like, I was just crying, throwing a fit at that age. I'm gonna give y'all a rundown. And that's like I'm crying. As you're crying, you're still visually aware. So I'm crying, but I'm still looking around visually aware of everything. I see the bus stop just now pulling up. I see more people starting to gather around the scene, seeing what's going on. And I look over and see the person that's in the Mustang that hit me. I think it was a Mustang. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was like a red Mustang, like an older model Mustang. And all I remember is like the dude that was in the car with the lady. I remember him just like slamming his hat on the car or like doing something. Like he was kind of upset. Probably like, you done hit this kid, bro. What the fuck? You hit a black kid. Oh my gosh. And so yeah, the bus pull up, and next thing you know, the ambulance pull up. I can't even tell you how long it was, but it was a real small town. Really small town out here in Texas. The ambulance came. Long story short, I was in the ambulance. I remember me screaming even louder, them poking me with needles and shit like that. They was trying to poke me with needle. I'm like, no, I'm crying because of my knee. And then my leg, it was my left leg. I might, if I can get some pictures, I might show some pictures of the scars I got. But I just remember being scared of the needle at the same time. I'm crying about that, and then I'm crying about my leg. Bro, it was just a mess. And then after I got that shot or whatever, I remember blacking out. And after I blacked out, I remember, I'm trying to see what was first. I don't know if I was brought to the hospital and I had woke up in the hospital that was in that small town. I don't know if I woke up there, but then I remember falling back asleep, and I remember being woke up on a helicopter. I had woke up on a helicopter. Cause when you're on meds or something, you just kind of like fading in, fading out type of thing. You might come back in for like 5 seconds, and then you might just zone back out, wake up hours later. So I remember seeing the helicopter. I remember being on the helicopter. The small town didn't have like inadequate hospital, like with enough tools and everything to adjust me. So I had to fly to like the next major city over, which is the city I'm in now, and which I was born in. Brought there. That's why I went into surgery and everything. It was kind of cool once I got to the actual doctor that I was going to be worked on at. And then after surgery, that's when I started seeing all of my teachers, people from my school, you know, just family members, and the gifts. I remember getting on the phone with my auntie, like, I think it was post-surgery. I was like, she tell me what I want. Like, I want a remote control car. I want this. I kind of remember, I ain't gonna lie, I remember that. Like, I want this remote control car. I want it to go, you know, stuff like that. And it was quite of an experience, really. It was like, it was actually a moment in my life that was building me into something that I didn't even know that was happening. Like, back then it was just like, okay, I'm going through pain, this is not it, like, this is not cool, I just want my leg back working. Fast forward to 2025, it was a lesson to be learned. Like, the adversity I had to face, the challenges, the resilience I had to have to do what I needed to do and to do what I did at that moment, which I'm finna get to that part. So after surgery and everything, once it was time for me to be discharged from the hospital, I was took home. I had to keep my leg elevated and straight. It had a cast on it. I don't know how long I was in the hospital, maybe a few weeks, something like that, 2 weeks. Brought back home, and I was in a wheelchair. My mom pushing me around a lot, and I was homeschooled most of the time, which caused me to like be held back one grade, which I still don't understand why. But as of 2025, I did graduate. I graduated in May of 2019. I was supposed to graduate 2018, but I still did what I needed to do and walked that stage. As time passed, while I was in the healing stage of getting my leg back to moving in, you know, right, and just being able to use it, the adversity I had to face, like the hard, you know, just the pain, laying in bed pain, just trying to chill pain, my mom trying to bathe me, that type of pain, it was always a hassle. But my mama didn't complain. She just did it. Like, she was just there looking after me. And it was painful, bro. It was painful. Anything I did, it was painful. And then as time passed, I was in a wheelchair. I went on a visit to my physician. He was like, you know, if you don't learn how to, you're supposed to be walking now. If you don't learn how to walk soon, I'm gonna have to pop your leg back in place. I don't know if he was joking or not. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But I remember going home that day and the following days that occurred. I can't tell you if I started walking that same day or within the days that was coming ahead. I remember going home, sitting in the wheelchair, and I remember just practicing, getting up, trying to walk. It was so hard. Like, it felt like, bro, I can't even tell you how it felt. It was just like a crazy feeling, and it hurted so bad. I just fall back down into my wheelchair. And you gotta remember, I was only like 5 or 6 at the time, so it was hard. You know, I'm still practicing, but I'm like, this dude is not finna pop my knee back into place. I feel like that's gonna be painful, so we're not gonna do that. So, you know, as time passed, you know, I end up standing up in my wheelchair, and the pain was dull, but it hurted, but I was just pushing through it. And as time passed, I was able to walk. I was just cruising, walking again. It felt amazing though. It was like I just built some crazy traits into my book bag. Like this just built resilience into me. I know that no one was coming to save me. No one's gonna help me walk again. So I had to be there for myself. I made sure I did what I needed to do to walk again. And this was all at the age of 5 or 6. Now, I be bragging on myself like the man I am today. Like, you know, I don't give up easily or at all. I'm always learning. I'm always looking for the next challenge. Like, what's next in life? Like, what I'm gonna go through next that I have to overcome. What's next? Like, life is full of challenges, and it's all about how you overcome it. Don't ever quit on yourself. Whatever adversity you're facing, you're gonna get through it. Just don't give up and don't stop. Stay consistent, stay persistent. Never give up. Know what your goal is, go after it. Don't let nothing stop you. Not even a broke leg, not even get hit by a car. Nothing, bro. Just keep going. Don't fall down when adversity hits you, you know. Fight through it. Do what you need to do. Be consistent, man. That's how you glow up for real. That's how you grow up.